So you want to learn to shift the 13-speed EATON transmission. Here's what we're going to do. It's pretty easy. The shift pattern is set up like the 9-speed, but once we get into the high range, you're going to have a few additional steps. Other than that, that's pretty easy. Alright, so here we have the shift pattern. You can see you've got the high, low, reverse. You've got the granny low. And then you've got the first, second, third, fourth. And then in the high range, we have 5 low, 5 high, 6 low, 6 high, 7 low, 7 high, 8 low, 8 high. So you've got 8 and 4s, 12 plus the low, 13 speeds. And here are how we're going to do it. So you start out like the 9-speed. You start in low range. Alright, get in first. Clutch in, second, third, fourth. Select your range for high. And then you're going to go into 5 low. And here, this is the difference between the 9-speed and the 13-speed, just this button right here. So right now we're in 5 low. What we're going to do is we're going to select high range, and right now, let's say we've got our foot on the pedal. As soon as I take it off, it's going to shift into 5 high. And then as I'm going down the road, I have my foot on the pedal, foot on the throttle. I'm going to pre-select my low range because my next gear I'm going to shift into is either going to be 5 low or 6 low. Right now we're in 5 high. As I take my foot off the throttle, I will go down to 6 low, and then I begin to accelerate again. So my foot is going down. Right now I'm in 6 low. I'm going to pre-select 6 high, knowing that I'm going to be accelerating. So once I choose to go into 6 high, I take my foot off the throttle, put it back down, and then it will shift into 6 high. Now I'm in 6 high. I want to pre-select into, I'm going to go to 7 low. So I select low, and when I'm ready to shift, just take foot off throttle, shift in, and now I'm in 7 low. I'm continuing to accelerate, so I want to shift it. My next gear is going to be 7 high, so I pre-select the range. My foot is on the throttle. In order to shift, I take my foot off the throttle. It will shift back into 7 high as I depress the throttle again. Next gear I'm going into is 8 low. So I pre-select the range, go down to 8 low. I'm now in 8 low. To go into 8 high, pre-select the range. And when I take my foot off the throttle and depress it again, it goes back into 8 high. Downshift, it's exactly the opposite. Pre-select the range. I'm in 8 high right now. My foot is on the throttle. As I remove my foot from the throttle, it's going to shift into 8 low, and as I depress, it finishes shifting down. So I'm now in 8 low. I want to go into 7 high, so I pre-select high range because I know that either I'm going to slow down, I'm going to go into 7 high, or I'm going to go into 8 high. So I know I'm going into 7 high, so I pre-select high, shift into 7, so now I'm in 7 high. I want to go back down to 7 low, so I pre-select the range, take my foot off the throttle, and it shifts down into 7 low. Next gear is going to be 6 high, so I pre-select the range. I'm right now on 7 low. I go into 6 high, and I'm shifting down. Again, I want to pre-select my range, so I go down to low, and either I'm going to go increase the speed, I'm going to go to 7 low, or I'm going to go to 6 low. So I pre-select that. Now that I'm driving, when I want to shift, I take my foot off the pedal, and then I depress, and now I'm in 6 low. The only catch here is on the 13 speed, what I find the new beginners, they will leave their high-low range splitter selected in high, and then they'll try to go into low range here. It will not allow them until we select low range here, and then we can go back all the way into the low range. So we're now in 4th gear. And then again from here, it's just like the 9 speed. Let's look at the stick pattern. 3rd, 2nd, 1st, and then if we want to, we go into low. So that's your few minute tutorial on how to shift up and down on the 13 speed. Don't forget to be in the low range to get into the low range over here. Again, it's like the 9 speed shift pattern. Let's take a look at that one more time.